Right, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, we're going to talk about a little later in the video what WBA president said that about Ugas taking on Pacquiao. And I gave him a new name, World Boxing Al belt, World Boxing Al title. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. The video, the weather in Detroit then changed up again. You know, it was hotter than Vegas from like Friday to Monday. You know, Tuesday Vegas heated back up. Now we here Friday, which the week blown by. Stayed in Vegas, you know, till Tuesday. Now it's 48 freaking degrees. And you ain't seen bipolar in a person or Mother Nature until you see Michigan weather, right? But let's talk about what Pacquiao strength and conditioning coach said. Justin Fortuna, or Fortune, whatever you want to call it, no disrespect. He said that Pacquiao was going to knock out Spence. He doubled down that Pacquiao stronger fighter than Spence, faster fighter than Spence, and the ferocity and money volume, you know, and all that going to be too much for Spence. Now I told y'all, man, Spence do Pacquiao and get him up out of there like Keith Thurman didn't do. Or he has a nice, if it's a 116, 113 type of fight, whatever. If it's a nice 3 or 4 point gap, because 2 points it could have went either way, you know, unless it's just some fuckery in the game. But if he has a nice sizable win versus Pacquiao, or he knocked Pacquiao out in any fashion, he's the pound for pound number one. Canelo is completely off my list. I don't have to iterate why. I just don't respect him after what I heard this weekend. But it's something I already knew, but I didn't know it happens at the rate it did happen. But I mean, I talked to, you know, Marvin, the trainer that trained with Hope Freddie with the fighters. He got his own fighters. He told me you can look at that interview. It was real popular. And he basically told me that, you know, basically he didn't sound too confident, you know. And I mean, that could have been throwing me off. I tried to tell him that what Pacquiao can do. He said, basically, age catches up with everybody, and Pacquiao older fighter. And I was watching the Mayweather channel. They did the prediction ahead of time with Jeff, and most people went with Spence. I think Dewey Cooper, he do MMA and boxing. He says it's a 50-50 fight. If he had a gun to his head, he'd lean towards Spence because of the youth. And Angelo Leo picked he picked Pacquiao. I mean, he picked Errol Spence, excuse me. It was somebody else that picked Pacquiao. I think, my man said that strength and conditioning coach, Larry Wade, for Sean Porter. All right, a lot of people say it's a little soft because, you know, Manny Errol and Sean Porter, but, you know, if Manny Pacquiao come in the ring stronger than Errol Spence, I think one thing people gonna say is, you know what, but I think it's possible, and the reason I say it's possible because Errol is starting to drain. Errol is starting to deteriorate at the weight. You can see it. You know, you've seen it in the Mikey fight. I think you first seen it in the Mikey fight. I can remember. You know, Lamont Peterson, Chris Algieri fight. You've seen the guy that anything before that. You've seen the guy that's pretty much energized. And a lot of people pointed out, which I ain't looked at the tape, so, you know, disclaimer, that the last southpaw he fought, Emmanuel Larley, that's the last puncher he really fought too. Real puncher. You know, he's a guy that he didn't do well versus southpaws. So I can't really say I haven't seen the fight in a while. But I mean, people count Manny out. Errol Spence ain't fought nobody. Real talk. What's the fastest fighter Errol Spence fought? Sean Porter. I keep telling them, dude. Only reason, you know, I think Crawford fought an undefeated Victor Posto, undefeated Gamboa, and I think Gamboa is closer to Pacquiao than anything that Spence or Terrence Crawford fought. Okay. I just want to see if Pacquiao still got it. I want to see how he deal with Pacquiao. Honestly, I want to see how he deal with Pacquiao speed, how he deal with Pacquiao angles. Because Sean Porter, he trained with Pacquiao. People forget he was his sparring partner. I would love to see what Kenny think about this joint, but I think people think he just going to take out Pacquiao. And what I'm going to tell y'all, he ain't fought no fighter that I can think of that I've seen that faint like Pacquiao, that's going to lay traps like Pacquiao. And I don't think he fought a body puncher or anybody like Pacquiao. People say, well, he disciplined, he technical. That ain't going to help you versus Manny Pacquiao. It ain't. Floyd Mayweather was technical. He still got clocked. The best thing he gonna help him with is his height, his jab, and if he got a chin, if he could take a shot. Or he come in reckless and he don't let Pacquiao get started. Being fundamentally technically sound with Pacquiao, you know, as far as that's he gonna have to lay traps for Pacquiao. But Pacquiao, when he fight flat-footed fighters, he usually destroy those guys. But my thing about Pacquiao is, can he keep it up for 12 rounds? Or can he keep Errol so off balance that Errol just don't he don't pick it up. And he couldn't do it to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman picked it up in the back half. And ultimately, when he made Keith Thurman split out his mouthpiece, that's what it was. All right. So, I mean, being stronger than Errol, that's only going to happen if Errol not the strongest at the weight. That's the only reason it's going to happen. If Errol is not, it's drained. People say back with Blu-ray, blah, say blah. We'll see. We'll see, because Pacquiao, I know Pacquiao I'm going to beat him with. Feints and volume. Feints, volumes, and body shot. Watch what I tell you. That body work, man, I'm telling you, that's what he going to do. Errol got to be aggressive. People saying, well, Errol should box and lay tracks. Okay, my thing is, don't let this motherfucker get started. Use your jab, and don't let him jump. And when he jump forward, then time his ass. If I'm Derrick James, which I'm telling him to back this motherfucker up, to bag him up and be aggressive and fuck him up early, set the tone. A lot of people say Errol got that dog in him. Like, how the fuck Errol got dog in him? That's what I'm saying. He did thug it out versus Sean. I give him that. He did thug it out versus Kell Brook. Having dog is like Sugar Ray Leonard versus Duran 1. Where he fought fire with fire versus Duran. He showed dog in a competitive fight, which he lost. That's adversity coming back whooping on Roberto Duran. You can't show dog versus Sean Porter unless you getting your ass whooped. This is the type of fight, if it presents itself, that you show dog in. Showing dog is being in adversity. Showing dog is Crawford getting clocked by fucking Gamboa and coming back getting him out of there. Showing dog is, Earl a dog. But to be the top dog, this is the fight to show it if it presents itself. But like I said, this is a good fight, bro. If Pacquiao come out stronger than Errol Spence, he still may lose. But, this is the ultimate fight. If Pacquiao, Earl go out there and knock out Pacquiao in 2 rounds, I'm still going to give him pound for pound number 1. But people going to say, well, Pacquiao's old, this, that, and the third. But a lot of these niggas saying, well, Pacquiao is going to whoop him up. You say Pacquiao going to whoop him, you got to give this man his credit. All right, but the dude, Gilberto Ramirez, I forget the dude's name. He is the WBA president. So he told Nestor Gibbs from Boxing Voice, they got the interviews going around Twitter. He told them that Ugas is supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. And they trying to fix this right now with Ugas, and it sound like they're going to reinstate Pacquiao as the Super WBA champion. But he said, ain't nothing concrete right now, paraphrasing. But actually it's supposed to be Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao. Okay? But now, they trying to make Pacquiao. So like I said it's World Boxing Al title. Okay. And like when they strip Alberto Machado of the Super WBA belt and put it on the line for Tank versus Jose Clayar, who was coming off a loss and moving up, they'll let you know what time it is. It's time. And ultimately Ugas didn't throw a punch to win the belt. He didn't get a chance to defend the belt. And, he not responding on Twitter. He probably living his best life, right? I ain't blaming him. But ultimately, he getting jerked around. Maybe he get the winner. I heard that Sean Porter is fighting somebody he already fought before. Okay? If Danny going to 54, if it ain't Berto, it got to be Ugas. Who else he fought the way? Kell Brook, maybe. I doubt it. So honestly, I don't know who all Kilbrook fought before. I mean, Sean Porter fought before. You know, honestly, it sounded like Ugas in my opinion. I'm not saying somebody told me, just saying, just guessing. You know, maybe Crawford. We seen Crawford going to playing to the UAE. You know, maybe something popping over there. All right, but you know, that would have been a fight. You know, I could see Pacquiao coming back versus Ugas, getting the belt back, fighting Errol Spence early next year. I can see that. Like Artman said, they having a tournament. You had Sean and Keith. You had Keith and Sean fighting many years ago. Then you had Keith taking on Danny. I think the year after that. And then Keith went away for a while. You know, then Keith fighting Pac. Keith is a one-man Keith tournament, honestly. Because Keith fought Sean, Danny Garcia, Pacquiao, right? You know, that's just like a round-robin tournament. Then, you know, Errol fought Pac. I mean, it's just a funny tournament, but... You know, you can't even call it double elimination. But ultimately, I thought it was going to be more of a Josito Lopez type of fight. And maybe Crawford going over there to fight Mikey. He told us that he'll fight Crawford. So who knows, man, honestly. You know, I wish the best of all these guys, but to tell Ugas he champion, right? And remember, they made him duck Boost Putin, when she got popped. One of the motherfuckers got popped. Not Boost. It was better Booth, whatever the dude's name is. And they told him not to. Al told him fight Ugas. Told Ugas to fight Mike Dallas, and he owed him a title shot down the line. Right. So he don't fight Better Boo, whoever it was. He didn't fight them, right, for the regular WBA. He passed up a title shot, came back, fight Mike Dallas, fight Ramos. I think, and that's the order. Can't really remember. Fought Ramos for the regular WBA. Then you told this man to turn to a super WBA. You know, and also they made that motherfucker ask for a ton of money, I heard, to fight Crawford a couple years ago. And he chose not to fight Crawford. I confronted him over that shit. He was like, you know, I have no disrespect to him. He was like, I don't know who you're talking to. I know exactly who I'm talking to. Nigga that you know very well. No offense. You know, you asking for big money. I mean, and ultimately, it looked like it worked out with him with the Super WBA. Now, he's just a victim of boxing politics, which I think he gonna get the winner of Spence Pacquiao anyway. But if I'm him and that's the plan, I'm not fucking fighting no Sean Porter. I felt that a lot of people felt that he won the first fight. You know, I'm not fighting no fucking Sean Porter at all. Excuse my French. And give me somebody like, I ain't fighting no Lopez. Give me somebody like Andre Berto. Give me somebody like Andre Berto. You know, give me somebody. I might fight Jamal James again. Give me somebody simple. Give me like not Jamal James. Give me motherfucking Berto. Give me Victor Ortiz. Other than that, or somebody that ain't, what's old boy Baby Formula, Sebastian Formula. Give me somebody like that. Not fighting no Conor Benz, no Rashidi Ellis's, no Teron Ennis's, you know, no Lipias. Give me like Eric Bone. Give me Andre Berto, Victor Ortiz. Other than that, I don't want it. But it seemed like the WBA president don't know what's going on. We gotta wait and see, and I don't really know what's going on. That's what he said. He don't even know what the fuck going on. That's just that, you know, boxing reform, it doesn't start with the, you know, people taking a dive or it starts with the sanctioned belt bodies. If the sanctioned belt bodies did their fucking job, we wouldn't be here having this freaking conversation. Ugas wouldn't be here. That's a product of money. If you read most of their rule books, all of them is subjective. That's why it's very hard to sue them. And the guys that sued them, they knew they had big cases. You know, but at the end of the day, man, it's just a big mess. People want to act like Al Heyman and Bob Arum, Don King and etc., Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearns and Oscar De La Hoya ain't on the same shit. They want to act like Al shit don't stink. Al do the same shit they do. Al ain't put no fucking Juneteenth or no Black History Month fights together with all niggas on the score, all black people on the card. He ain't did that. In Juneteenth, he ain't did it for the African History Month in February, Kwanzaa, he ain't did it for none of them. They all believe Mexicans sell tickets and niggas don't. That's the truth. They all believe one and the same. You a damn fool to think any otherwise. But hey, let me know what you think about Pacquiao team. Well, Justin Fortuna think he gonna stop Spence. He said Spence ain't gonna lay down though. But But anything about WBA president basically saying that they working on reinstating Pacquiao and stripping Ugas, and they was thinking about doing Pacquiao Ugas. You know, and obviously that would have been a good fight. I don't think it would have sold. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook group link in the description. You can reach out anytime you want to. Want to make a donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link 312. Best of donation.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah, yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
All right, appreciate everybody for supporting the channel, man. Everybody that been here since day one. But if you want to continue to support the channel, you want to continue to see me go to these fights, man, I appreciate if you do donate to the channel. Now you have several ways to donate, and you can like the channel, you can share the channel, you can subscribe to the channel. Most of you guys do that on everything. But financially, if I'm gonna go to Wilder Fury, Spence, Pacquiao, and all the big fights, and I'm only entertaining in going to the big, I'm only interested in going to the big fights, I'm gonna need you guys' support. You can reach me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anytime for any advice, or you want to advertise your business on the channel. It's another way you help support the channel. I do want to work with businesses and all that. But if you want to make a donation, Cash App is CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link is in the description as well too. Appreciate it. Peace.